John O'Brien, Grandpa Outdoors, talking about scissors cutting, plant tissue analysis, forage sampling. This is a square here. This also measures yield. You'd actually randomly throw it out in the field. You'd actually clip down to like 6 inches whatever's inside the square. This whole area, most of the property has been clipped about a week ago. We're kind of just doing a little demonstration here. Obviously, we don't have a lot of material, a lot of forages out there right now. Ideally, we'd be plant tissue analyzing these plots about 2 weeks from now. But just wanted to give you a little of how-to. So what you do is you'd actually take 6 inches of effective height, whatever's in here, okay? And you take your scissors and you clip down to that 6-inch height. And you take all the contents of those clippings and you put them in a bag. We'd repeat about 10 different spots throughout a whole field, okay? So, and then what we could do though, is we could weigh, sample everything that's 6 inches and above in that square. That's a square foot. We weigh it, we times it by the 43,560 square feet in an acre, and we know then how much material, how much forage did you actually grow. So go and throw it in random spots, and we clip the 6-inch effective height, weigh everything in that square, gets us how much available forage. Another thing I want to touch on briefly is sward density. Sward density, we want as many stems, as many plants per square foot as possible. Why is that? Less issues with weeds. Weeds tend to thrive in conditions where they can get up and going with the sunlight, open canopy, etc., etc. Nice, thick, dense sward, very few weeds. So, back to plant tissue analysis just briefly. We'd send it into the lab. I've been doing this for like 30 years. I have a pretty idea on what the protein levels should be, calcium levels should be, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium. We can also analyze for micronutrients, look at sugar levels. When I get those results, that tells me actually what's going on right here, right now in your field. Everybody takes a soil sample. Hardly anybody takes plant tissue. I've said this many times. I know more from a forage sample than a soil sample. Why is that? A lot of people don't have active live soil, healthy soil. Even if you had 6.5 pH, balanced phosphorus, balanced potassium, does that mean that your soil's giving it up? Does that mean that the forages are effectively uptaking the nutrients in your soil? No. How do we know if your soil is giving them back to the plants? Here, forage tests don't lie. And again, they're only as good as the randomness of the person that's taking it. This is John O'Brien, Grandpa Ray Outdoors, measuring yield, measuring quality.